As a Muslim entrepreneur who has worked a job, worked in the corporate environment, and today runs 5 businesses, all making more than £10,000 a month, I know the importance of wanting to start something for yourself on a low budget. Now, the hardest part about starting a business idea is making it make money, having it where it's halal, and being able to start the business idea with not a lot of money. Now, I've done my research, so you don't have to. So take a note of every single idea, because you don't know which idea might be the business idea that takes you out of the job or out of the situation that you're in currently. Now I want to get into the meat of the video straight away. And so what would be the first business idea I would start if I had only £200 to my name? It's a business idea which actually makes a lot of money in the US. It's a business idea that makes a lot of money in the UAE. And in fairness, people haven't even started in the UK. You see, let's talk about a problem right now. Because actually, if a business idea gives a solution to a problem, a lot of the times you're going to do okay. At least anyway. And so many times today, both husband and wife go to work. Both parents go to work and work jobs because unfortunately the cost of living is as such and expenses are as such that you have to go to work. And if you don't, then it's going to be difficult for you to get by. So if you have both parents going to work, if you have both husband and wife going to work, then that means time is not being given to other places. And one of those places is your house. And what I mean by that, it's a cleaning service. And so if you could find a person who is willing to do the cleaning for a house or a home, and you could find multiple homes, you could find the cleaner who is willing to do that, and then you could do your marketing as such where you get the clients in, you get the people interested who need this work done, need this job done, and then you actually find the person. Now, there are some issues and problems, and so let me go through them very quickly for you. People straight away start worrying about safety and security, and so that is something you need to deal with. Now, you could deal with something like that by having a camera on your cleaners. You could have it where, you put a camera up for when the cleaners are cleaning, and that's always being recorded. You will need to look at ways where people feel it's much safer. More importantly, maybe you can have it where you're taking all the documents from the cleaners and making sure that nothing is going missing. So you need to deal with that. But you can make a lot of money because you can get a cleaner who is willing to do the work. You don't need to pay them until you get the client. So what you're doing is providing a service of being able to find the cleaner and getting the cleaner to clean the house. To give you an idea in terms of rates, you could easily pay someone £12, £13 an hour, and you could charge £17, £18, £19 an hour, and that would be completely adequate, and you would make a really good amount if you had 4 or 5 people doing that work for you. And the second business idea leads on from our first business idea because we still have a problem. And the problem being that parents have to go to work because, well, otherwise you're struggling in today's day and age in today's society. So if parents have to go to work, then there are other business ideas that can come about. And one of them being that if the wife or if the mother is having to go to work, it's very difficult for her to come home and cook a hot meal, for example. And of course, many times they will, and they're amazing for that, but it isn't easy, right? So can you have a meal prep service which actually isn't even a healthy service? Maybe it's custom made for those people that can't take out time to cook meals at home. I know a lot of people who would be interested in cooked meals being delivered to their house if it meant that they could continue going to work, come home, and it would be there ready to serve. And so actually, meal prep, obviously, if you can have a healthier twist to it, is amazing. But more importantly, if you're just doing it on the basis of you guys have to go to work now, our meal prep service is going to be for you so you can come home and you have cooked meals ready. I think there's a lot of money to be made in that. And actually, I would say this area of having meals come to your house is probably going to grow year on year on the simple basis that people want to spend less and less time cooking. And so it's a big business opportunity. You won't have to spend a lot of money. In fact, you can just start with 5 or 6 customers. And if you're charging, £100 or £200 a week, for example, actually the cost of the ingredients and the food probably won't be more than £50, £60. And so very quickly you can start building on a customer base. Now, something I've done, and I've brought you guys in on it before, and I will bring you in on it again, is probably the laziest way you can make money. One of the easiest ways you can make money. I genuinely believe it. And that is where you hire someone in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, or another country where the pay is much less than what it is in the Western countries like UK, Canada, and America. You hire someone to do customer service, sales, admin, debt collection. There are so many things that you can do. Marketing, editing, Photoshop, whatever you can think of. You can hire people in these countries. You can pay them £200, £300, £400 a month, and you can charge the company £1,000 a month. We're going to continue sharing information on exactly how to start this business model. If you guys want, by the way, completely free, there is a link in the description below for a landing page where we will continue to send out guides and emails on how you can get clients in this area, how you can get customers, and how you can build a business when it comes to a serviced business model. You are providing people from Pakistan, India and Bangladesh, and you are basically providing a service to companies in UK, Canada and America. Keeping in mind, by the way, that it's a subscription model and companies will continue to work with you for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. And so £400-500 per person might not sound like a lot, but a company can end up using 4 or 5 of these people. And so actually you end up making a lot of money, because with 4 or 5 companies, you will basically have 25, 30 people working for you, and you don't need an office space. You don't need anything like that. The cost is very, very minimal. In fact, the only cost actually probably would be a little bit in marketing. The person in these countries can do the work from home, and you are just supplying. You are the middleman in getting the person the job and basically getting the companies the workers that they need. And number 4, again, is somewhat to do with being the middleman, because actually I will explain exactly what I mean in this way, because there are different ways how you can be the middleman in different businesses. But being a middleman in any sort of business is lucrative, because actually what you're doing is getting something which is of need and providing it to the customer or the business, right? And so how many people do you know that struggle with getting a good plumber, a good electrician, someone to do some construction work, someone to do some gardening, someone to do some work for them? Even when it comes to, for example, IKEA and their furniture coming through, and you just need someone to come fix the furniture. I know there are a lot of people that would happily pay £40-50 to just get someone to come in that same day and fix it. In fact, I would. And that service is provided in other countries like the UAE, and people make a lot of money in it, but not many people actually do it in the UK. So again, the cost is very low because you are the middle person. They need a service and you provide the person who is willing to do that service for them, and that being customers, houses, businesses, whatever really. And you are providing the people who could do that service, and you can take the amount in the middle. So you can, for example, charge £30-40 for 2 hours, and you can pay the person £20. Now, £10-20 doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, low cost, startup cost is basically zero. And in essence, it's continuous and passive, and you're not having to do anything for it. So if you have to take a little bit less money, then that is completely fine. And number 5, something that I've done, and I've made a lot of money in it. If you could find a person and supply them to the company and charge 15% of that person's salary, meaning £5,000-7,000, because think about it, if a candidate is working a job for £50,000 a year, I would charge the company 15% to find this person for that company. That is in essence what recruitment is. And recruitment is a super lucrative business, a business model that is continuously growing year on year, and a business model that needs nothing in terms of capital and in terms of cost to start. And how it works is you as the business owner would find a candidate and supply that candidate to the company. The company then pays you a percentage of the person's salary to find that person successfully. So an engineer gets a job for £50,000 a year. You help that engineer get a job with a company for £50,000 a year. You charge the company 15% because you successfully found this person. There are ways how you go about finding the person. There are ways how you go about finding the company. You charge 15%, you make £7,500. And this is something we teach. We teach how to start your own recruitment company. Again, if you're interested in starting your own recruitment company, link is in the description. That is if you want. It's never something that I push. But that is all for today. Hopefully these business ideas, you took some benefit from it. I will continue to share value with you for as long as I can. Appreciate you all.